Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards.
They are.
They say they care, but they don't. Yeah.
MAGA forces.
That's what we gonna talk about.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
They say they care, but do they really though? It's beyond their ability. Is it really though? They say they care.
Good morning.
No, they really don't. It's all a front for show. They do it all for show. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. I put screws in the street. I was looking for something to eat. I was trying to get some sleep. I'm trying to make it be. My family struggling
Thank
for
you
me.
so
My
much.
family needs what they got. My family eating, they sleep. My family eating in the streets. My family. It's a PSA announcement.
Good morning, Joy.
They say they care, but they really don't. Kamikaze twist the turn like you burn up. We keep on blaming the media,
Yes.
to blaming the government. You say you want freedom, do
Good
you
morning,
really
Miss
know?
Morning
You
Star.
give the rights away and then you give them more. Money coming in different ways. Don't say you poor. Don't say you helping these kids and then you close the door. You ain't no better than politicians, you hypocrites. Use your power to make a change and make a
Let's
difference.
go.
All the talking you saying, they ain't saying much. They say they care, but do they really though?
No, they don't.
It's beyond their ability. Is it really though? They say they care. We know they really don't. It's all a front for show. They do it all for show.
It's so
They
good.
set the
Good
world on
morning.
fire. They let it burn slow. They set the world on fire. They let it burn
Thank
slow.
the whales. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
good
let
morning,
it burn
ladies and
slow.
gentlemen.
They
How
set
are we
the world
doing?
on fire. They let it burn slow. Put your left arm in, you take your left arm out. You put your right
That's
hand
right,
in,
that's
and
right.
then you shake it on up. You do this hokey pokey,
Oh, my
work your
God.
down. That's what it's all about.
Yes, Mr. Johnny
Put your left
Stern.
leg in, you take your left leg out. You put your right leg
Welcome,
in,
ladies
and then
and
you shake it
gentlemen.
on up.
Hey.
You do the hokey pokey, then you break your down.
Hey.
That's what it's all
Let's go.
about.
Hey.
Hey, don't be so
Mr. Johnny
basic
Stern.
and practice on your greatness.
Hey.
Life don't work like that. Gotta be amazing.
Yes.
I've been down and out. I know what it takes to be on top right now. I know I'm your favorite. This is hip hop and politics and relevance. This ain't J6, but it's an insurrection.
Good morning.
I suggest
We're on a backup account, ladies and gentlemen.
Prosecution
I got me.
to the next level. I got
Crazy.
MAGA triggered in a state of shock cause the time has come. The Proud Boys got 22 for seditious conspiracy. What happened?
Good
in the back of
morning.
the march to the Capitol. Even needed to the officers died. He wanted to hang Vince too.
Let's get
They
this show
said Biden would lose. He beat Trump too. You said you wanted the truth, and now you got Zeus. So who's the Marxists and communists and fascists? Let's see.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represented extremism
Yeah.
that threatens the very
got me.
foundations of our
Good
republic.
morning.
They see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election
Right.
as preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not
They
recognize
don't.
the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election.
Wow, wow, wow. All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Yeah. I feel like I'm stuck in
Telling too much truth. Good morning, Miss Bosby. And next week, the show must go on. So sorry. They always do it.
Deja
The
vu.
Duke, welcome.
It's me, Zeus. It's deja vu when I'm running up the
Love you
grass.
too.
I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here buying
They
first
can't handle
class.
the truth.
It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, head of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it.
Account number 7.
The algorithm turns to a
Good morning,
maniac.
Jay.
I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my passkey. And if they use my next to me, they last me.
Good morning, Pamela. Nice to see you.
Trust me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
Oh, he is?
shit was radical.
Very
It
radical.
was horrible. I'm like,
You are Miss Boss
Zeus
Diva.
has gone way
You
off
should
the
be.
rails.
Yes.
It's like deja vu.
Good morning, family.
It's like deja vu.
Yeah,
It's
blam.
like deja vu.
Yes.
It's
Like deja vu. Let's go.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. It's return of the man, they say I'm off the rails. I can't wait for you, I get it for myself. So many places to be, I got plenty. Act like you've been here before, we are trending. Don't mistake me for a lame or a goofy.
That's right.
Star life is like a movie.
Hey,
Hollywood,
let's
Hollywood,
do
where
it.
you be at? I remember when I used to drive a Fiat.
Now they looking for me like a Ray S.
It's a conspiracy how I keep on getting checks. This money keep on falling like it's dominoes. Special delivery and I got a lot to blow. Feeling like I'm
Good morning, ladies and
Deja vu is hitting me to the core. Memories
That's
flashing
right,
back
that's
once more.
right.
I'm feeling like I'm living in a metaphor. Yeah, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. I feel like I'm stuck in time.
I like that one
It's
better.
deja vu. I feel like I'm losing my mind. It's deja vu. I can't escape this rhyme. It's deja vu. It's a never-ending climb. It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's show. Well, you know what it is over here, ladies and gentlemen. It turns out that I got into a little bit of trouble. I got into a little bit of trouble on my main account. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know. Good morning, April. I got into a little bit of trouble, and so we're gonna have to do the show on this account until October 3rd at around 3:57 p.m. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was in a nasty live with Snuggles. This is where it went down, and the news came out. It was terrible news about MAGA. Their leader just got hit with something real nasty, and I was in there listening to them cry. They were crying to Zeus. Zeus, this is not fair, Zeus. This is what they said to me. Oh, it's your birthday on that day, Shay. And so they got mad at Zeus, and they took it out on me. So to those in the Snuggles live yesterday that reported Zeus and said that they didn't, I think it is time for you for you to show us your report list, right? Do we think these Trump supporters should show us their report list so that we can see that they're really not reporting, right? Yeah, they're MAGA babies. They're MAGA babies. I mean, what have I done to them besides tell them the unwavering truth? And by the way, every time I get suspended on TikTok, I do consider it a great badge of courage, right? That's what I found on my Twitter. I put that out there yesterday in case there were some people looking for me. Yes, I was suspended for a new reason. They said, Zeus, you are telling too much truth, and they suspended me in the MAGA live. So it's something I've never experienced before, but I'm going to rock with it. All right. But let me get some of the formalities out of the way. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H stands for honest. I am the most honest person on social media. Listen, I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God. All right. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am the most humble person out here on social media. What? We went through In and Out, and I forgot to order you those animal style French fries, and I got some for myself, but not for you. I am so sorry. Listen, I will go back to In and Out. Okay, I don't care how long that line is, and I will get you not only one, but two orders of those animal style french fries. That's how humble I am, all right? And the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I will be and I always will remain the most handsome. There's nobody more handsome than me. You got this guy out here. He's going by the name Nutty, Dark Nutty, King Nutty. I don't know which one it is, but the part he has correct is Nutty. He's referring to himself as more handsome than Zeus. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you all to know that is a lie from the pits of hell. Nutty, cut it out, right? He's right about everything else. Double animal stuff. He's right about everything else, but when it comes to that, that's Zeus business, and Nutty, you do need to stay out of it, all right? And if he's not here, someone here will tell him that I said it, and I do mean that. All right, so what we do on this side of TikTok is we hold Donald Trump and his supporters accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds. What they did to this country is unforgivable. All right. And we make it a point to hold them accountable. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republican Party. All right. And so I like to give the Trump supporters a heads up. Right. I give them a little bit of a heads up before we get started with today's programming, which I say is off the rails, rated Z, because Z is off the rails. Before we get started with today's programming, I like to give the Trump supporters an opportunity to leave this live, all right? Because it's about to get hot and dangerous in here. There's going to be so much truth in this live, MAGA, that I'm going to give you the opportunity to exit stage left, all right? Because nothing grinds my gears than to know that there's this Trump supporter out there sitting in his grandma's basement with a bag of Lay's plain potato chips sitting on his belly, drinking Diet Coca-Cola, watching Fox News, complaining about how terrible of a job they think President Biden is doing. No. Okay, nothing grinds my gears more than that. And so that's why I tell the Trump supporters, listen, go ahead and leave my live. Don't tell me how much you hate it. Just leave, all right? And I do mean that from the bottom of my heart, but get this. You don't gotta take my word for it. What? Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
That's
right. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
That's right.
Come back if you want. Don't come back.
Michael.
It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Michael, you won't battle Zeus. You won't battle Zeus. No, that's not how this works, Michael. See, Michael, in this kingdom, you've lost all. Listen. If you're not talking to me, then I do apologize, Michael. But if you are talking to me, you don't want to battle Zeus, okay? Ask Clickbait in here. Him and I understand there's only one person that's a steamroller out here on TikTok. They call me Zeus the Steamroller, ladies and gentlemen, because of the way I just steamroll over MAGA. You should have seen me yesterday in Snuggles Live, Michael. What I was doing in Snuggles Live, I am telling you, there's yellow tape circling us live. Caution, that tape they put out when there's a crime scene because of all the steamrolling I was doing, right? MAGA, you have no credibility. You have no credibility, MAGA, and I do mean that, all right? Because listen, what have you gotten correct? What have you gotten correct? You thought President Biden was going to win? Lose to Donald Trump in 2020. You thought that, and President Biden won. You thought there was going to be a red wave. There never was a red wave. You didn't think Donald Trump would get indicted. He's been indicted not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times so far. You didn't think they would charge him. Oh, and they've charged him all right. They've charged him 91 times. And just recently, they did something so damaging to Donald Trump that I don't think this is a situation Donald Trump will never be able to get back from, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give MAGA their daily dose of booze and shame. Yeah. Get him out of here. All right. Yeah. Over here, we give MAGA booze and shame all the time because, we know that that's the best way to deal with these liars, these grifters, these seditionists, treasonous traitors. Yes, I am in this kingdom. All MAGA are guilty of sedition, treason, any crime that Donald Trump and his supporters have been charged with and convicted with. It applies to the MAGA. I mean that. All right. And so we got over 1,100 of you in prison out there in Washington, D.C. Of those 1,100, 400 of you attacked law enforcement, right? When I say that, I mean you attacked police officers. Some of them lost their life, right? So yes, I do firmly believe that you're not patriotic. No, you're traitors, you're terrorists, and you don't deserve to have the freedom and opportunities many of us in the United States have. As a matter of fact, I think the people coming across the country, Trump supporters, they're crying about migrants entering the country. Those folks that are entering our country, running and fleeing from danger in their countries, they are more patriotic than you Trump supporters. At least they want to come here and help uplift our nation, right? Instead of you who sit there and think you deserve. Listen, you talk to these Trump supporters, they think it's their God-given right to attack our United States Capitol because Donald Trump lost. You know what, you guys, what a shame. I've never seen anything like it before. I never. All right, let's get this show. I know. They think it's their right, but I'm like, where did you find that at? And most of them can't point to it. All right, when you ask them where they found that, where they got that idea from. All right, so let's talk about what's been in the headlines. Donald Trump yesterday lost a case. They basically confirmed what we all knew, that his entire empire was built on lies, fraud, deceit, crime. Right? Letitia James, God bless her, the Attorney General of the state of New York. The judge, Angorn, whatever his name is, basically said, we don't need to take this to trial. We got enough evidence to know that Donald Trump is lying about the value of his assets. He's overinflating them, like he overinflates his hand size, like he overinflated the crowd size when he was inaugurated. I'm not shocked, all right? And now it's going to cost him dearly. Now you have his son, Eric Trump. He goes on to Twitter, or X is what they call it now, X and Truth Social. And he gets mocked for claiming that Mar-a-Lago is worth over $1 billion after a judge says he lied. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. All right, look at this. I wish the picture was bigger, but TikTok doesn't always allow you. This is what Eric Trump posted. In an attempt to destroy my father and kick him out of New York, a judge has ruled that Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida is only worth approximately $18 million. Mar-a-Lago is spectacular to be worth well over $1 billion, making it arguably the most valuable residential property in the country. He thinks Mar-a-Lago is worth more than any property in the United States of America. This guy. And you know what he did, ladies and gentlemen? He went and he posted pictures of properties. He went on to Redfin. I think that's the website. Look at all these properties. All right. And they're only a fraction of the size of Mar-a-Lago. The judge is just doing this because there are Trump haters. They don't like it. Listen, somebody, you know what? I bring this up because this just goes to show you how deranged and unhinged Donald Trump is. It's trickled down onto his children. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So does anybody, I just got to ask, okay, is anybody out there in real estate by any chance? Is there anyone out there that's in real estate? All right. If so, please raise your hand. All right. Good morning to Keisha. This is my backup. Yes, my main account is down. Is there anybody out there in real estate? And if so, do you think that Donald Trump's property, Mar-a-Lago, is worth over $1 billion? Truth truth-seeking patriot, do you think Donald Trump's property in Mar-a-Lago, you think it's worth over $1 billion asking for a friend? Oh, okay. Dana, do you think so? All right. Does anyone? Nope. Clickbait. Clickbait. By the way, we have clickbait in here, ladies and gentlemen. The ultimate MAGA. Clickbait. Be honest. Is Mar-a-Lago worth over $1 billion? Be honest with us. Clickbait, please tell us. Okay. Because word around town is it's not. He says it's worth $1 trillion. Mods, please mute clickbait for 5 seconds. He just told a bold-faced lie out here in public. $1 trillion clickbait. Yeah, lies will not be tolerated in this kingdom. No, ladies and gentlemen, this property at best, maybe 100 million. At best, maybe 100 million. The judge said it's worth 18 million. So if the judge says it's worth 18 million, that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump and his sons, Eric and Don Jr., their daily doses of booze and shame for building an empire on fraud and lies. They've lied to the banks. They've lied to the insurers. And they've done it over and over to the point where it's now costing them all that they have earned. Let's give them their booze and shame. Right. All right. Now I see a lot of people think I'm being mean to MAGA. I'm not being mean to MAGA. No. I'm just being real honest with you. And I do mean this. I used to be a lot kinder to Trump supporters. I did. A lot of you know this. I used to be a lot kinder to them. But we can't be kind to MAGA anymore. We can't be. The gloves are off, right? And the jar is open.
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened. He's taken millions of dollars from other countries like China. He's totally compromised. He's taken millions and millions of dollars from other countries.
You know it. You know that every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession, all right? And along the lines of Donald Trump's fraud, all right, you wouldn't believe this right here. This just goes to show you how unpatriotic Donald Trump is and how corrupt he is as well. In the midst of all of this in court filings, he claimed that he did not commit fraud because guess what? The Saudis would buy his property at any price. Ladies and gentlemen, is Donald Trump lost his mind? What is he talking about? This is what he said. Donald Trump had one particularly eye-catching defense for the Trump organization's valuations, which were flagged, all right? He says the defense that Donald Trump attempted to articulate in his sworn deposition are wholly without basis in law or fact, all right? In addition to Trump claiming that his properties grew in value beyond what he originally exaggerated them to be anyway, he also seemed to imply that the numbers cannot be inflated because he could find a buyer from Saudi Arabia to pay any price. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we have a con artist that the only thing he knows how to do is to go deeper and deeper into the crime. All right? This is how he came up with the value. It's not based on what the market says. It's based on what he thinks he can get the Saudis to spend on those properties. Ladies and gentlemen, if this isn't dumb, I don't know what is. This is why he lost this lawsuit. This is why he lost. And this is ultimately the reason why he's a terrible leader and a terrible example of how to run a business. We should run government like I run my business. Absolutely not, ladies and gentlemen. Let's once again give Donald Trump another round of booze and shame for revealing to us just how ridiculous and dumb he truly is. I don't care. I still see some dissension in the comment section. I gave you a warning before the show started when we only had 10 people in here. There was only 50 people in here. And I told you folks, it's going to be a lot of truth coming out of this live. All right. And if you don't like it, you can leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Trump supporters always, they got this slogan with MAGA, right? Make America great again. All right? They say this, right? And I just want to make sure we point this out, MAGA. The one way we could make America great again, as if that ever was something true, is for all of you to take your red hats, your fake American flags, your fake American pickup trucks, your fake American clothes and boots, and head to Russia. I will take 500,000 migrants any day over 100 Trump supporters. And I'm being very honest, right? Am I? What you folks did to the United States of America is unforgivable. Attacking the United States Capitol. These Trump supporters, whenever you bring up January 6th, they get so upset. As if to say, well, Zeus, that happened years ago. Why are we still talking about it? We're still talking about it because you're trying to put the same knucklehead that was responsible for January 6th. You're trying to put that knucklehead right back in the White House. All right, so when I go into your lives and I want to talk about January 6th, don't shut me down and start trying to bring up what's going on at the border. Don't shut me down and start trying to complain about the prices of eggs. Don't shut me down and try to start talking about gas prices and inflation and President Biden doing God knows what. I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about with you Trump supporters is why on God's green earth did you storm the United States Capitol and try to unalive the vice president? Explain that, MAGA. It's unforgivable. It really is. It really is unforgivable. All right. Speaking on unforgivable, let's get into some more news. Fake Michigan electors are asking the judge, this is what they're doing, asking the judge to dismiss charges, citing the attorney general's claims that they were brainwashed. When accountability starts coming, these Trump supporters, they start looking for all kinds of excuses to escape, the vice grips of law and order. All of a sudden, when it comes to law and order, these Trump supporters, they don't want to deal with it. You got these Trump supporters. Zeus, look at all this crime going on in these Democrat cities. We should do something. Okay, yeah, we should. What do you want us to do? Oh, we should arrest them. We should put them in jail. You want them to do that to the folks that are shoplifting, right? You want them to do that? Great. Let's do it. All right. Now, what do you think we should do to these folks who tried to overthrow the United States government? This is what they, it's our, the MAGA demon starts to come out. It's our God-given right to resist President, they make all of this silly nonsense of, I got bad news, MAGA. Just like you want these folks to get put in jail because they're going around robbing and looting in these cities. That's exactly how I feel. Actually, I feel more strong. I feel that exact same way about each and every single one of you, especially those of you who tried to overthrow the government. All right. I mean, listen, these folks, they make it up as they go. Here's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. They make it up as they go. 2 fake GOP electors from Michigan, Marianne Henry and Clifford Frost, have requested a judge to dismiss their charges this week. The basis of their plea stems from comments made by the state attorney general, Dana Nessel. The lawyers for Henry and Frost filed motions to drop the case. They referred to statements made by Nessel, who in an appearance before a liberal advocacy group characterized the electors as brainwashed and truly believing that former President Donald Trump had won the 2020 election. The argument made by the defendant's attorney is that their clients, this is what their defense is. Their clients could not have intended to deceive or defraud as they genuinely believed Trump's victory. They believed, they assert, contradicts the necessity for criminal intent in the charges against them. Ladies and gentlemen, join me once again in giving MAGA another round of booze and shame. Because when it comes to law and order, they don't seem to care when it applies to them, all right? When it comes to, doing the crime, doing the time, they don't think it applies to them. They would rather tell on Donald Trump than to own up and say, they should go, I did it. I tried to overthrow the government. Put me in jail. That's what they should say. But they don't do that. They start blaming each other and they start pointing the fingers at each other and they start showing that they're not really about that life. So let's give MAGA another round of booze and shame. This is why I told you folks it's gonna get hot up in here. All right. Now, we got this topic and one more topic. All right, and then we're gonna open up the boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box, all right? It's like my grandmother always says, you got to tell the truth. And what? Shame the devil, or in this case, shame MAGA. Well, this just goes to show you just how unpresidential Donald Trump really is. According to sources, all right, and this comes from Miss Cassidy Hutchinson's new book, by the way, which I'm still plowing through, all right. Donald Trump kept a hit list with pictures. Think about that. A hit list with pictures of Republicans who voted to impeach him on his White House desk. Get to the booze and shame. Do you see just how sick in the head Donald Trump is?
He's deranged.
Right, yeah, he is deranged. No, I can't battle.
He's deranged.
Cassidy Hutchinson says she was asked to make a hit list of the Republicans who voted to impeach Donald Trump. You know why he got impeached, right? That so-called perfect phone call to Ukraine so he could get some sort of dirt on President Biden. By the way, when it comes to the dirt on President Biden, think about this. From when Donald Trump was in the most powerful position on the planet to where we're at now, we still haven't gotten a docket number about all of these so-called crimes. So we all know President Biden is innocent of all wrongdoing. We know this. MAGA, you know this too. As a matter of fact, I got a good example of this. Yesterday, I was in one of my friends' lives, and I said, describe to me, let's just go down this path. What would Donald Trump do his first day in office? And I said, what would you like Donald Trump to do on his first day in office if he wins in 2024? And you know what they said? Oh, well, I would love for him to go get all the dirt on President Biden and Hunter Biden. This is what they said they want Biden to do on day one, right? This is how you know they're hypocrites. I want the Democrats, all of them who are engaged in anything, I want them all put in prison. This is what they told me. And that's when I said, stop right there. Not another word, you hypocrite. This is what we were talking about before they, decided to report me for telling too much truth, which is what they do. All right. And if you said you didn't report me, show us your report list. All right. So we can confirm that, because we can't trust you. So I said, so you want President Trump, former President Trump, first day in office, you want him to go after President Biden, Hunter Biden, and the Democrats. Yes, Zeus. Yes, Zeus. And I said, you ain't nothing but a hypocrite. All this talk about what's going on at the border, all this talk about those eggs, inflation, gas prices, and chips. You don't want him to tackle that on day one. You want him to go after his political rivals. All right. So I said, this is how I know you don't care about these real issues that are affecting Americans. You only care about getting revenge. All right. So on that note, we're going to give MAGA another round of booze and shame. They don't care. They don't care about us. They don't care about these kids. All right. They don't care. They just care about getting revenge. All right. And this is what Miss Cassidy Hutchinson was talking about. What on earth would a president of the United States be doing with a hit list on his own members in Congress? This is why we call him a traitor, and this is why we call his supporters a traitor. Not only is he attacking the Capitol, but he's attacking his own people. Typical MAGA behavior. All right, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of typical MAGA behavior, I want to make sure I take this opportunity to plug Miss Cassidy Hutchinson's book once again, because this story, I believe, is a story that needs to be out in the public. And it really does need to be told. Now, she's still a Republican, and I don't know why. I really don't know why, but I'm hoping that at least she's not a MAGA Republican, right? Because you know what they say about MAGA Republicans, right?
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election.
All right. So in Miss Hutchinson's book, she goes through her childhood. All right. Many of us are familiar with, parents that aren't necessarily, the relationship's going to crumble and it's going to lead to terrible things. Right. And she has that story. She also has ties to her uncle being in the military and going to Iran and serving, right? And so she comes from this place of understanding about what it's like to truly be an American, and also what it's like to have a situation going on when your parents are on the verge of getting a divorce, right? So in her book, there was a part that jumped out at me. And the part of the book talks about when her father became a Trump supporter. Now, she didn't write it like this. I don't know if she did it on purpose, but she made it a point to call this out about the very first time her father, who didn't used to watch a lot of TV, but then started watching a lot of TV and then began falling in love with Donald Trump. All right. Her father used to watch TV programs. All right. Not many of them, but the ones she said were NASCAR races, 60 Minutes, the morning news. But now Donald Trump found a show. He had a show that he loved. Donald Trump had a show that he loved called The Apprentice. This is when a lot of MAGA men started to fall in love with Donald Trump. Now, what we got the benefit of is we now know that The Apprentice, as with everything else about Donald Trump, was seriously built on fraud, right? But this is what happened to her father. Dad boasted about Donald Trump's accomplishments. He was a warrior just like us. And he had built a global multi-billion-dollar business from the ground up. This is what her father was telling her while she was a kid. One of the exercises her father even did was he went and took her while she was working at the business that her mother had built. He went and pulled up to this business with a truck full of feral kittens and said, "Come in the truck, let's go. I got a new idea to make us money." This is what her father did. And what did he do? He took her to the dump, right? With a metal detector and said, "Listen, we're going to find gold in here." This is how unhinged her father was, ladies and gentlemen. All right. She goes on to write, "Dad fixated so much on Donald Trump. I wished he would pay more attention to us like he did The Apprentice." All right. This is what Dad would do with this. His dinner fork, he had his dinner fork and he clambered across his plate and he said that Donald Trump was teaching him. This is what she said. Donald Trump was teaching him how to become a better businessman. So he did not have to work that much. All right. The other option, Dad said, was that he could stop working altogether. Dad didn't think his family would like how suffering felt. And since he had worked so hard, we had no idea what it meant to suffer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the birth of a MAGA man right here, sitting at the dinner table with his wife and children, gloating over Donald Trump's supposed business accomplishments, his business acumen, his wealth, his empire. Could you imagine being in that position as, Miss Cassidy Hutchinson was, having to look up to her father, who, fathers, you're supposed to protect the family and protect the children, and having to come to grips that your father, after all these years, was pushing these lies onto you. Wow. Miss Cassidy Hutchinson, your father did let you down. He really did. It goes on to say, Mom's patience with Dad was stretched thin. With my well-developed eavesdropping skills, I would listen to their intense conversations whenever Dad decided to come home at night. This is a MAGA man. This is what all Trump supporter men are doing. So for all of you women who are dating these men like this, I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to cut them off. Just cut them off. It's time to leave them where they're at. These guys, they don't know what the heck they're doing. All right? These are weak men at best. They're weak men. They don't know how to think for themselves. They believe Donald Trump is a great businessman still, despite all the stuff we see happening to him. Listen, to you women out there that are with these MAGA men, take it from Zeus. Run. All right, run for the hills. All right, sometimes Dad would storm out of the house shouting that he would never come back because Mom, Jack, and I were all too ungrateful to have a man like him as head of the house. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop right there. All right, I've heard enough of this part, but I thank Miss Cassidy Hutchinson for making sure to include this in the book. All right. The birth of a MAGA man. It started with The Apprentice. All of you MAGA men, you sat there and you fed your family the lies that Donald Trump told you. And you've been doing it for decades. Now you're up the creek without a paddle. Without a paddle, all right? You're up the creek without a paddle. And there's really nothing else left to say or do besides deal with the consequences of your conduct. Donald Trump is not a great businessman. Donald Trump is a criminal. And I'm going to say it again. Donald Trump is not a great businessman. Donald Trump is a criminal. And to that woman that's out there, you're still in the house dealing with a tyrant, your husband or your boyfriend who still supports Donald Trump, ask yourself this. Is he putting more time and energy into supporting Donald Trump than he is into keeping your relationship going? If he is, cut him off. Cut his behind off. I wish you would go one step further and denounce Donald Trump and MAGA and jump ship and leave the Republican Party. But I'm not going to ask you to do that. I'm just going to ask you to take this first step. Don't try to reason with him. Don't try to explain it to him. He's not going to get it. He's been getting these lies for over 20 plus years from Donald Trump. He's done. His goose is cooked. He's a grown man. He's fine. Tell him to take his metal detector and go to whatever junkyard he wants to find gold, okay, since he learned that from Donald Trump. But you tell him, we're done, all right? And you have my unwavering support. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Miss Cassidy Hutchinson a round of applause. All right, because they stood up to their tyrant father, their tyrant husband, and join me in giving Donald Trump and the MAGA men another round of booze and shame, because at this point, their minds are gone. They forever will be vassals of transgression for Donald Trump. And hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. I'm not debating MAGA. I don't debate MAGA on this show. This is all about truth, all right? MAGA, you have no credibility. We have nothing to talk about. The only thing I want a Trump supporter to do today is send me a guest request so that you can apologize, all right? If I want Trump supporters to come in the box so that they can apologize, all right? If you're willing to apologize, I will hear you out. Other than that, you need to sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. Because it's like this. When you talk to a Trump supporter, everyone knows what it's like when you talk to a Trump supporter. Let me open up these boxes, all right? This is why I don't do it. It's because, first of all, the conversation isn't going anywhere, right? And I said, well, what is it like talking to a Trump supporter? What's the best illustration that I could give folks out here to help them understand? And I said, well, talking to a Trump supporter, it sounds like, you ever seen one of those cars, ladies and gentlemen, and you could just hear by the way that this car sounded, that this car, it wasn't going anywhere, right? You could just tell that, oh my gosh, there's something extremely wrong with this car, and you knew it's not going to get you anywhere. Yeah. Clickbait. No, H-bag. Oh my gosh, Bushmaster. Turn that thing off. I'm not getting in that jalopy with you. How much did you buy that thing for? No. Listen, I know it got power windows and power locks and air. Yeah, I know it got all of that, but listen, that's standard with every model nowadays. That's nothing to brag about. Listen to that engine. That engine sounds like it needs a tune-up or something. What was it? Spark plug distributor cap rotors. Where's the dang catalytic? Does that thing got a muffler on it? That sounds terrible. That engine needs the hands of God put on it. Clickbait? No. And just like that engine needs the hands of God put on it, all these Trump supporters, they need the hands of God put on their brains, on their minds, and they need that MAGA demon cast out. Cast that MAGA demon out. All right, there's a parable in the Bible about when Jesus had to cast the demon out. They called the demon Legion, I think, and they had to cast the demon into a herd of pigs, and then the pigs ran off the cliff. Right? Sorry for those pigs, but that's what needs to happen with that MAGA demon. All right, because that MAGA demon has gotten a nasty stronghold over your mind, and you are totally compromised. And for those of you who still are expressing dissension in the comment section, I got one thing to say to you. You don't have to be here. Isn't this right, Miss Boss Diva? If you don't like this live, you don't like this level of truth coming at you, pack your bags and leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave.
Good morning, April. How are you doing?
I'm great, Zeus. How are you?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom tending to the affairs. All right.
So can I make a suggestion to you? You know I care about this show. I care about you. When you go into those lives, don't go in your main account.
Facts. You're right, April. Let's get into it.
That platform is too important for truth. You can't do that to us.
You're right. I do sincerely. Listen, I'm so sorry. You know I'm Triple H, that middle H is humble. April, I'm so sorry that I went into a nasty live with MAGA and got my main account suspended. I'm so sorry.
Don't do that to us no more.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so on to other news. So let's talk to the Trump supporters that are in here. Now we know you don't read anything. You refuse to read the indictments. You refuse to read judgments, anything. So I'm going to give you 3 examples of what's in this that Judge Ingram said.
What's that?
He stated, well, I'm going to state the facts of what they found. Three cases. So let's list the 3 that I picked out. So let's talk about the big one, Mar-a-Lago. Let's talk about Mar-a-Lago. So from 2011 to 2021, he kept saying that it's worth $426 million to $612 million.
Wow!
And
that's hilarious.
They had already appraised it at $27.6 million. And then he submitted this.
Wow.
As part of, I mean, are you kidding me? He submitted it to banks, to insurance, to everything. That's what it's worth. So I'm surprised it hasn't burnt down yet, since that's what he put in for insurance, you know. So yeah, let's do that, and then let's talk about his Seven Springs estate. Now this was little plots of land, but the grouping together, they was appraised for $30 million. Okay.
Wow.
But do you know how much Trump said it was worth?
How much?
$261 million.
All they do is lie.
Good God Almighty. This isn't, Trump supporters, this isn't him just saying, oh, I'm a millionaire and yeah, I use the loopholes and all this bull crap. He's a liar. He is not a billionaire. You said, oh, I wanted to vote it in a businessman. Look, he's made himself a billionaire. Yeah, he did, because he lied through his darn teeth.
No lies detected.
It's crazy. I don't understand these people. They do not look at actual facts. They don't want to know. And what's my double wide worth? Damn, I wish I had one. I'd rent it out to somebody.
You'd rent it out to clickbait,
I would.
right? He's trying to figure,
so he'd have somewhere to go after he gets through working, holding that sign on the road.
Whoa! April just steamrolled clickbait. Yeah! Wow! Get him, April.
And what does it matter if I'm in a little shack down by a creek somewhere. What does that matter? I'm not claiming I have anything. Trump is claiming his house is worth, or home or resort, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
612 million dollars.
Tell them.
So please, yeah, use that old food stamps. I know no liberal works. Nobody does anything. Just the
Right.
Republicans. That's part of your delusion. It's
Ah, get him,
it's
April. He's on the
ridiculous. I
strongest.
get so tired of they can't come with any facts to back up anything they say. Not one shred
Right.
of evidence on anything on Biden, but oh, the Biden crime family. Well, this judge just stated that it was the
Tell
whole
them,
Trump
April.
family. So isn't it the Trump criminal family? Because it's Don Jr., Eric, his whole Trump organization. The only reason Ivanka's out of it is because when she entered office, she signed off. She wasn't part of it. That's the only
Smart.
reason why she's not
Smart.
connected. So the statute of limitations ran out. But the sad thing is, Zeus, you know, to this day, he's still doing the same stuff that he was doing. He's still
Yeah.
using his worth, bringing it up way more than he's worth
Wow.
to this
Wow.
day. So it's
Yeah.
just crazy. But Trump supporter, read, please, please, please.
Yeah.
I know,
And
I know your
a leopard
comprehension
never came in
level's way
disguise.
down there, but my
Yeah.
God, you can see numbers, can't you? And add and subtract.
Yeah, they should be able to.
It's crazy. Okay, that's all I had. I had a little rant just because of, everything that's
That's
going
fine.
on and the lies that they keep believing.
Well, listen, you're doing an excellent job, April, and as always, I thank you for having the courage to tell the truth, all right? Despite all these folks in here who are angry and upset, you still come in bright and early, stronger than ever, all right?
Thank you, Zeus. Have a great day, sweetie.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful April a round of applause. No lies detected. Just a friendly reminder. What Trump supporters, the language they like to use is called sign language. This is something I learned the other day. It's called sign language, right? And the S stands for shame, all right? The I stands for insults. The G stands for guilt. And the N stands for need to be right, right? So whenever Trump supporters get caught in a lie, they start using the sign language, right? Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. And I got bad news for you, MAGA folks. It doesn't work with Zeus. Because, as you say, clickbait, I am quite the steamroller. All right, and all of us, we're here. We're steamrolling, MAGA. By the time we get to voting, there's only going to be like maybe five or six of you. Outside of that, you're done. All right, so we're going to continue this live. That's 100% truth with no lies detected. All right, let's bring up our good friend, Dark Nutty.
Good
Steamrolling,
morning.
MAGA.
Good morning. So I see you're on your backup account. So the MAGA demons from Margaritaville must have been out in full force this morning.
Yeah, TikTok. There's a new reason that they suspend people. It's called too much truth.
No lies detected in that statement because TikTok, y'all got to do better.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm beginning to think that TikTok was created in Margaritaville
yeah,
because
yeah,
they can spew the hate, they can do all of these things and won't get bananaed, but as soon as we call it out,
yeah.
then they come after us. But the devil is a lie, and we know the devil is a lie. The devil
Amen.
works hard, but we work harder. So
Amen.
nothing you say can or do will detract us from telling the truth.
Not at
So
all.
with that being said, it's hilarious how constantly, time and time after again, we get these judgments, we get these liable findings, which is still
Right.
a judgment for the Magites out there that can't seem to understand plain English. A judgment is a determination. It's a decision in the
Mm,
court of law. So when someone
mm.
is found liable, that is a judgment against them. So
Tell him.
he was found liable for SA.
Right.
Then the judge came out and said in his writing that he was guilty. He used this word,
Right.
guilty of rape. But you're like, oh, he wasn't found guilty of anything. Okay, whatever. So now he's
Yeah.
been found liable
Mm.
for fraud, which we all knew
Mm.
that he was a fraud in the first place.
Right.
So where is Snuggles at? Because
Oh,
he'll
he's
say
here.
his favorite thing to say is no convictions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do
So
you got to say about that?
Snuggles, a judgment is a conviction.
Mm.
There's a difference between a conviction in civil court and
Mm.
criminal court, but it's
Mm.
still a conviction nonetheless, which
Amen.
convictions mean you lost.
Mm.
That's what a conviction is, sir. You
That one is
lost.
good.
Be it civil or criminal, you lost means a conviction.
Right.
So he has been convicted of fraud. And
Mm.
of course, he will appeal. Of course, he will try to appeal. But as it
Right.
stands currently, today, right now, I'm gonna get my
Right
southern
now.
accent. I'm gonna get my southern accent so you can understand. Right now,
Right now.
he's convicted,
Thank you.
and he cannot do business in the state of New York.
Mm. You hear
So,
that?
another creator, Zeus, told me that they made an offer on your live. They had made an offer to Snuggles. I didn't get a chance to hear what it was. Can you tell me what that was? Someone made an offer for Snuggles.
What was it? What was the bet? $1,000, I believe, or I forget. There was an offer. I got to double. Oh yeah, shave the eyebrow. That's what it was.
Oh well, we know that ain't gonna happen because
What does he got to shave the eyebrow if he does? What does he got to do? Somebody here remembers it. He has to shave his eyebrow if there are convictions or something like that.
oh he will never have an eyebrow again because
How many
one
of you out there would like to see Snuggles? Dark Southern Lip. We'll let her come up and share it with us. All right. How many of you would like to see Snuggles shave his eyebrow with his shirt off, pulling the Trump train? How many of you would love to see that? All right. No lie.
so yes, Snuggles. You know, if you're so confident that he won't be convicted, take the bet.
Yeah.
Take the bet. Let's see how
Be a
confident
man,
you are.
Snuggles. Be a man, Snuggles.
Because I was very confident. I was very confident with my Detroit Lions beating the Kansas City Chiefs that
Mm.
I bet my friend, my barber, he was like, "Oh, Antoine, I'll bet you $100." I'm like, "Well, I don't bet." He's like, "Oh, you're scared. You're so confident about your team coming
Right.
into Arrowhead Stadium, the home of the Super Bowl champions, and beating my Kansas City Chiefs. You'll take the bet." I said, "You know what?" I said, just to prove a point that I'm not scared of no person, nobody, no man, no nothing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you up on that bet. I won $100 because the
Hey.
Detroit Lions went into Arrowhead Stadium and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, was
Mm.
I prepared to pay had the Detroit Lions lost? I wouldn't have been
That's
happy about it, but I would have done it.
Yeah, that's what real men do.
But my wallet is $100 fatter because I'm thriving under Biden and I'm showing people that I ain't scared. I ain't scared. So
Amen.
with that being said, have a great day. And Snuggles, if you ain't got no fear, my brother, take the bet.
Take the bet. You heard it here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Dark Nutty a round of applause. No lies. No lies detected. This is what this is all about. This is the kingdom of truth, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of truth. All right. Dark Southern Lip, welcome. All
Good
right.
morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you, Nutty, for the boost of getting him to accept this offer. And Snuggles, where you at, baby? Come on,
Yeah, get him.
Snuggy. Snuggy, 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 where are you? I know
Oh
you're
my
in
God,
here.
that's so.
Snuggy, come on. Come
Oh,
on,
oh.
type something to me. Let's do it.
Mm,
Are you going to
mm,
accept my offer? You
mm,
are so sure. Oh, Snuggles wants to inbox.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
He'll get his opportunity.
I want to know, Snuggy, are you going to take this offer because you are so sure that
Mm,
Trump is innocent and that he will not be found guilty of anything? And you are so
right,
sure that he is going to see the White House in 2024 and,
right.
the inside of the White House. No, he'll be looking on the outside. But anywho, come
Yeah.
on now. Are you going to take me up on the offer that if he is found guilty of any charge
Mm,
and that he doesn't see the inside of the White House, that you shave that God-forsaken eyebrow off?
yeah.
Come on.
Snugs,
Come on, Snug.
snug,
Let's do it.
snug, snug illusional.
Snug illusion. Are you going to, Snug?
Oh,
Snuggy.
yeah. I guess that's an offer that's terrifying to him. I guess you know what his weakness is.
Oh,
Jack Smith.
he,
Greeting.
well, if he comes, I just want to know if he wants to accept my offer.
I
And
think he's too scared.
Nutty thinks you should take it. I mean, you're a very confident man.
Oh,
Yes, Snuggy, you are such a confident man. I think you need to take this offer, Snug. Come on,
yeah,
you're very confident. You know, could
yeah,
you want to take it? No.
yeah. He doesn't. I don't know what it is, but Dark Southern Lib, I've never seen him this quiet. It's almost like you have control over him. You have a power over him.
Well, I am a what they call a Southern Belle, and I can sweet talk you, and I
Hmm.
can, yeah,
You know how to
I
do
can
it.
do things.
Oh.
So Snuggy, Snuggy, talk to me.
Hmm. Snugs, it's not like you to chicken out like this. Now, come on. I've seen you all that tough talk, Snugs.
A
Wow.
tan line under the brow. Yeah.
Hmm. Wow. Listen,
All
I've
right,
never
Snug.
seen.
I look forward to hearing from you. Zeus, as always, thank you.
You're always welcome, and thank you too. All right.
All right. Laser hair
Uh,
removal tree. I love you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
See you guys.
All
Bye,
right, all right,
Snuggy.
ladies and gentlemen, let's give Dark Southern Live a round of applause. Calvin, are you projecting in my comment section, Calvin? Because guess what? You're the one that's a hypocrite, not me. Cut it out. All right, let's go to the box and bring up our next panelist. All right, all right. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva. How are you?
Good morning, the most handsome man on the platform.
Absolutely. Listen up, Nutty.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom. How about you?
Listen up, Nutty. I'm talking to the most handsome right now. Listen up.
Mm-hmm.
So her book, Mrs. Cassidy Hutchinson's
Hutchinson.
book
Yeah.
is pretty fiery. My favorite one. My favorite one is chapter 14. You know what I mean? Because she was like talking about how Mark Meadows was burning the documents in the in the
Yeah, in the
fireplace.
fireplace. Right. Cut it
She
up, Snuggles.
and she had to open up the patio door. You know, it was smoky in there. It was coming in her office and all that stuff. He was like, and he was just sitting there with his hand in his head and looking all
Right.
defeated and soaking and all of that good stuff. Her book is pretty good. You know, I mean, I only got a couple more
Yeah.
chapters left to go, but I
Good,
must.
good, good.
It is definitely a good read. or listen.
It really is, right? It really is. And I'm glad she did it because it's eye-opening at so many
Yeah,
levels.
because she's a diehard Republican in that regard. Like she was always Republican, and
Right.
she wanted to stay, loyal and faithful to him to the end. But he was just doing too much crime, man. I mean, even for her, she was like, man, I got to go.
Ah, isn't that something?
Yeah,
When the president of the United States is breaking the law so brazenly that you have to start thinking to yourself like,
right.
what?
I mean, and if you were talking about post-presidential plans, that was your head rolling down one of them
Yeah,
lawns, South Lawn,
yeah,
East Lawn. That was your head rolling. I mean,
yeah.
Trump was he was definitely a hothead in that White House. He was definitely, calling all the shots, and everybody was scared, crapless of him, and they did everything that he told them to do.
Right.
Everything. I don't care what it was. You know what I mean? Like there was a time when they had a meeting and some people was positive for COVID. And he was like, I don't care. Bring them all in. Bring them all up in here in the Oval Office, right? And then she said she gave him masks, and he told him to take the mask off. Take the mask off. I don't care. My antibodies can protect me. I was like, this man been delusional. Okay, he has
Yeah.
been a clown,
He
straight up.
doesn't know the truth. He doesn't know the truth. If he's been building his empire on fraud and lies, I really do believe he doesn't know what the truth is. He's that disconnected from it.
Yeah, he really is. Now I heard that her
Yeah.
book is sold out and wherever some places, whatever, but her book is
Word.
on Audible. So if you got Audible, you got Prime, whatever, get it there. That's how I got mine. And I listened to, like I said, it's 11 hours of listening, 11 and a half hours of listening, and I've done about maybe 9 hours of listening. So
Good, good, good. So it's a great. I recommend the book, and I don't want to support a Republican, but this is one that I'm going to because of the education that it offers. Right.
right. Absolutely. It's fire, y'all. So pick it up, you know what I mean, and see what she got to say. Because it's boring in the beginning because she's talking about herself, her upbringings and all that crap. But when you fast forward to about chapter 5, that's when the fire start hitting. But anyway, love you, Zeus. And for all you mass reporting, my boy here, yeah, y'all got karma coming. It's coming. She got your address. She got your
It's a great
address.
courage.
Definitely. All right, Zeus. Have a good day. I see you
All
in the
right, you
kingdom,
too,
baby.
Miss Boss Diva. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Miss Boss Diva a round. We're going to go in a little bit of a different direction and get this out of the way. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. Snuggles, what do you got?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, what do you got?
I just want to
You
let
got
you
it.
know
I
that
don't know if
I
I
want
can
to,
do the entire operation with you because
yeah,
I know what you're capable of doing. And listen, I'm on my Snuggles.
yes,
Listen, I'm on my
yes,
last count. I'm on my last
yes,
account, so I'm gonna have to. We really got to keep this live honest.
absolutely. I want to
The
thank
only thing
everybody
I want to
for
talk to you
thinking about
about,
me.
Snuggles.
Yes,
Okay, Snuggles. The only thing I want to talk to you about
right.
is January 6th.
January 6th.
Yeah. Are you ready to apologize to the United States of America
We got to,
for
once we get Nancy Pelosi on the stand, we'll find out a little bit more about January 6th. But we're doing okay so far.
if Nancy Pelosi basically confirms what we've been saying, will you then apologize?
Wait until Nancy Pelosi's daughter gets on the stand on that documentary she was doing during this whole thing.
Mm,
I mean, it was so staged.
mm,
But yeah, we'll get
mm,
a look at that real quick.
mm. So you're not willing to apologize?
Wait a
Oh. Yeah. I guess the TikTok gods didn't like that, Snuggled out. I'm trying to keep the live at 110% truth, Snuggles, all right? And we saw what happened yesterday when I was in your kingdom and I was steamrolling MAGA and your followers, they reported Zeus. Like, that was so mean, right? If you want to survive, Snuggles, you gotta be willing to agree that Donald Trump solely is the ringleader responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, let's bring up our next guest, the beautiful Shay.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning, Shay.
Good morning. How are you, Zeusy? Zeusy lips.
I'm all right. How are you?
Lip Zeusy, whatever it goes.
Yeah.
I'm good. So let's talk about this supposed 500,000 Venezuelans being flown in to the United States, right?
Okay.
So
You got some intel. I was in a nasty live about that nonsense.
so all they have to do is really do a lot more research, and they'll understand that this was actually because of the New York City issue. This came up with a lot of the Democrats that run the city, Mayor Adams, Chuck Schumer, and a lot of them. And it's juicy, Zeusy. Thank you, Spencer. So this is what it is they're not being flown in. So nix that. They are already here. Okay. So what this does is they've been, documented. Okay. So they've been documented. They have applied for asylum in their country as they were supposed to. Right. And they are given the right to work for 18 months. So it's a quick, expedited. Most of these are Venezuelans because to return them home, which is usually the policy, right, is to return them home. Well, it's highly dangerous for them to return home. So in order to create humanity, they are given work visas for 18 months so they can go directly to work.
Somebody go get corn pop. Tell them to listen to this.
Right. And no, they're not they'll pay taxes. And listen, I just put together a bag of gifts for my maid who came here illegally. But now she is an American citizen. And I watched, she's been with me for about 12 years. And I watched her pay taxes. She would get all her receipts and she would clip them together and all of that. She's got the most incredible story. Her and her husband both came illegally, but they had 2 daughters here. Both their daughters graduated from the University of Texas. I wrote, they're
real patriotic, huh?
Oh, absolutely. And
would you say she's, her and her family, would you say they're more patriotic than MAGA?
Oh, absolutely. Because you know what? They love this country. They came here for opportunity and they worked their asses off. Excuse my French, I know. But but it's a donkey. They worked their donkeys off to afford a life for their children and ended up sending them to college. And both the girls are flourishing. They're amazing young ladies. And she worked. She finally could get an immigrant attorney and got her green card. And the other day, she FaceTimed me. She had taken her American citizenship and had her little American flag with her and everything. Was just crying.
Thank you. That's the stuff I like to hear.
Yeah.
Right there.
And these are the true stories. They're not the ones bringing over fentanyl. That's ridiculous. Those are white people bringing over fentanyl. And fentanyl boats and planes. It's not all this BS. Yes, and it's being captured at the border. Any of it trying to come in has been seized at the border. So the border is working. It's not open. And if y'all would stop saying it's open, that would also not get them encouraged to come across. That's correct. But Title 8 is working. But this is what's amazing. The reason they're doing this is called harvesting season. So, when you have people like, Ron DeSantis and a lot of them going against the migrants, these people are going to do work that we're not willing to do. Those infrastructure bills and all those bridges and roads and everything being done. These are the people that will be put to task. and work and get things done faster and better for this country. So these people are already here. They're not being flown in. So stop the BS. They're figuring out a way to lift the weight from New York City because obviously they're being shipped there by red state. And this is what's going on. And we need to stop the hateful rhetoric. You need to stop. This isn't going to affect
cut it
you.
out.
This doesn't affect your life. These are people working hard. They're doing jobs you're not willing to do. You'll feel the economy go up. In fact, it is a fact that migrant workers add over $3 billion to our economy every year. So they are doing what is right. They are doing what you're not willing to do, and they appreciate. There's no invasion. Stop. That's ridiculous. Because here's the thing is you guys sit here and go, oh, it's invasion. You remember the caravans under Trump? Do you remember that?
Yep.
All the fear mongering about this has been happening for 30 years. There are disruptions down south, and then they need to come up north. It's been happening, and you act like this is just this, oh, because our borders are open. That's not true. Why would there be barbed wire in the water? Why would they be dying in the back of trucks? Why would this stuff be happening if the border was wide open? You've got to be kidding me. People are literally dying to seek a better life for them and their families, and they can't do it there. And that's what's going on. And you need to stop because you sound ridiculous and hateful when you use words like invasion and, all of that kind of stuff. So please stop. Get educated. This is the humane way of putting people to work, lifting off what's going on, and they're doing the best that they can. So, so I just wanted to cover that. And you're welcome.
So next time Corn Pop gets in the box with a fake headline, I want him to sit his special behind down and listen to the special broadcast.
That's exactly right. You've got to, it's much better for our economy to let them work. And look at that. Look at that guy with the union auto workers. I just love it. Union Joe. Way to go. Unions are not perfect. I understand that, but you know what? They do help protect workers, and that's a godsend. So, all right, everybody. Thank you. I know I went over my time, and
all right. So we got the information out that the lovely people want to know. So thank you so much.
Yes, and we'll party on your bat channel on my birthday. Yeah, your old bat. All right. Yeah, all right. Sounds good. Come through the port of entry and legally. They do, Snuggles. They do. All right. Love you guys. Mwah.
All right.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful shit. And you know what, Snuggles? I'm going to say this. I would take 500,000. Actually, I'd take 1 million migrants who are willing to come over here and be patriots than to deal with one seditionist, treasonous Trump supporter. All right? And I stand behind that, all right? Because as far as I'm concerned, one MAGA terrorist is the most dangerous thing that we're dealing with here in the United States of America. You don't want to pay taxes. You want to attack the United States government. You get on social media and you spread millions and millions of lies that millions and millions of people believe and spread. So you're more dangerous as far as I'm concerned. If we do need to build a wall, right? They talk about building a wall. The other day I was in San Francisco and I said, we need to build a wall around San Francisco to keep the MAGA out, right? How about we build a wall and keep MAGA out? And we make MAGA build it. All right. And don't pay them a cent. All right. Listen, with all your so-called skills and expertise, build a wall and let us use the wall to keep MAGA out. Because yes, you are worse of a threat as far as I'm concerned than any of these migrants coming in. Have any of you seen any of the migrants trying to overthrow the United States government? By a show of hands. Have any of you seen any migrants trying to overthrow the United States government? Anyone out here seen that? Anyone seen that? Nope. This is my point. You see what I'm saying? Attacking these Trump supporters, they know we got them. They're the biggest threat. They're sitting in the United States, reaping the benefits of our government, and all those folks, they're invading our country. They're the problem. No, you are. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the one subject that Donald Trump and his supporters don't ever want us to bring up is January 6th. Because that's the day that we all can look at and point each and every single one of them out in terms of them being seditionist, treasonous traitors who work on behalf of Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin to try to tear down the United States government. You will never be honorable. You rats will never be honorable in this kingdom, all right? Never. Yeah. Every time you want to complain about what's going on at the border, think about all of you who tried to overthrow the government. And yes, I would rather have all the migrants in the world than to have one of you, all right? Never have I seen a migrant trying to overthrow the United States government. All right. Good morning, Sister Takesha. How are you?
Good morning, Zeus. How are you?
I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom tending to the affairs. How
Hey,
about you?
everybody. Listen, Zeus. I was looking for, man, listen. I didn't get a notification or anything. I've been all over TikTok. I've been looking for you harder than Trump looks for the KY jelly when he getting ready to F MAGA for money. I've been looking, Zeus.
I'm so sorry.
I've been looking. Now, listen. Let me address this right quick before I get into my rant. Y'all stop thinking Snuggles' eyebrow is famous. There's nothing wrong with his eyebrow. He's doing that because he thinks he's The Rock from WWF Wrestling. If you go look at some of those past videos, because my cousin can do his eyebrow the same way. There's nothing famous about Snuggles' eyebrow, and y'all need to quit making it famous. He's doing it like that on purpose. It's not like that for real. He thinks he's Dwayne Rock Johnson. I promise you, my cousin does his eyebrow like that because he's a Rock fan as well. So we ain't gonna keep on talking about Snuggles and that eyebrow because he's doing it on his own. Now let's get past Snuggles and the eyebrow. Now,
thank you. No,
I promise you it's not real. He's doing it on his own. Now listen to this. I don't know why y'all think that these people care about what Donald Trump did to make his businesses look like they were worth more than they. Those people are listen. Them people think that's a good thing. Oh, he's so smart. He knew how to defraud the system to get what he wanted. They don't look at that as a bad thing. So y'all can quit bringing it up. We know he's a liar. He lied about his hair. He lied about his skin tone. And he lied about below the waist bone. He just a liar. They think that's a good thing. They praising him for that. Oh, look what he did. Oh, he's so smart. He's a genius. Stop it. Cut it out. So we can quit talking about nothing this man does looks wrong in their eyesight. You got two MAGAs in the convenient in the gas station because that's where they getting their groceries from now since they sent all their money to Trump. They shopping in the gas station for they groceries. Picture it. You got two of them. Hey, Billy. Hey, Bob. What you do? Just picking up my weekly groceries, man. You know, this is Biden's economy. Got me down here shopping in the gas station. Well, how much money you send Trump? Well, I sent him those $10,000 I had in savings. You know, I was saving for the kids' education, you know, because they need to go to that good old college when they get out of high school. But I had to send it to Trump. He needed it. So now we got to shop down here in this done gas station because of Biden's economy. Well, did you purchase one of those shirts that says never surrender? I sure did, because guess what? He didn't surrender. He just turned himself in. So I got one of those shirts. But you know what I'm really waiting on to wear on the front of my shirt? I'm waiting on him to sell one of those good old badges. What badges? You know, those badges of honor he talks about. When he's going to send those out? Because if the sheriff can wear a badge, so can we. So I'm just waiting on my badge of honor, man, you know. But you know, with Biden's economy, I got to shop here, even though I sent all my money to Trump. Biden's the reason I ain't got none. Stop it, MAGA. MAGA, stop it.
Wow.
Out. Y'all getting on my last.
No lies detected.
It's really ridiculous between Snuggles and the fake eyebrow. and MAGA and the fake outrage and the Republicans and the fake loving the children taking the money from the programs for the kids and want to cut money for border security while they talking about how bad the border is. I'm sick of all of them. All of them are about
I'm
as
sick of
fake
it
as
too.
that orange makeup Donald Trump wears every day.
Ooh.
And the hair.
Fatality.
Get it together, MAGA and
Get it?
Republicans. And
Yep.
that's all I
No
got to
lies.
say.
No lies detected.
Bye, Zeus.
Thank you so much, Sister Takesha. Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw that. A fatality.
Fatality.
Let's give Sister Takesha a round of applause. You know, it's an honor to stand shoulder to shoulder with each and every single one of you. All right? We're steamrolling MAGA like it's never been done before. Whatever MAGA puts out, we're shutting it down. We're shutting it down like Letitia James is shutting down Donald Trump's empire. You live in a world of lies, delusions, misinformation, and it's now became super easy. It's real easy to steamroll MAGA. All right, yeah. Let's bring up our next panelist. All right. Oh my gosh, the beautiful Bamba. I saw you yesterday, Bamba. How are you doing? Good morning.
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm just laughing. I got a question for Mega. I have a
Talk to him.
question for Snuggles. Oh, and I found Snuggles matching eyebrow. It's on Matt Getz.
Oh, it's on Matt Gates. Ah, my God. Matt Gates, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So how low does Trump have to go before they call him defeated? I mean, does he have to be 6 feet under before they
Oh,
say he loses?
oh,
I mean, does he have to be
oh.
dragging with one hand through the mud, just like a claw, just dragging down the road? Oh, he's winning! He's winning! He's gonna
Oh
get
my God.
up! He's gonna get up! Watch this! How low do they want that
How low
man to
does he
go?
need to go? Oh my
Can
God.
you imagine
That's a
that?
yeah, I
That
can. They will go, they will jump in the casket with him.
Well,
Don't you
they're like,
think?
oh, it's okay. He's like totally destroyed, but he's still okay. He's gonna win. I mean, for
Oh,
God's sakes, guys, do you really care about the poor man?
they don't.
They don't care
They
about
don't.
him. They care about the
Mm.
thought in their head. I mean, for God's sakes, the guy's been just, he's being humbled.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they can't even allow him to humble himself. The poor guy. I mean, now I
Yeah.
feel sorry for him. Not for what he
Mm.
lost, but for how Mega's putting him on this pedestal and won't let
Mm.
him step down.
They
No,
won't.
they
They
won't.
won't.
Can you picture him just like claw?
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah,
clawing him
I've
in the
already
dirt.
seen it. Yeah. I saw him this way years ago. That's why I
Yeah.
never went with him. It's like, no, this guy's a loser.
Let them
You
heal him
see him?
out, let them heal him out. Yeah. So Snugs, you gotta find Matt Gates. He's got the matching opposite eyebrow. But
Yeah.
Snug should seriously think about shaving that eyebrow. Like take her up on
Hmm.
that bet for charity.
Right.
He
You really should.
could raise a lot of money for charity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
so.
People would donate Snugs. You pick a charity, or let
Mm.
her pick the charity, or let
Please.
Zeus pick the charity. Just shave that eyebrow off. It'll come back.
Uh,
Yeah, you can even tattoo it there.
tell him
Yeah,
Bamba. He
yeah.
knows.
So, anyways, I just want to know how low that Trump has to go before Snugs will let him loose. You know,
Uh, I don't think Snugs or any MAGA man will let Donald Trump go. They will go to the grave with him.
maybe they
That's
just need to hang him on a flagpole and just, well, excuse me, that doesn't sound right, but I mean, maybe they just need to dry him out and hang his flag. I don't know, but this guy's going low. So, anyways,
He's going.
have a great day. This was kind of wild. I mean,
All
that blew
right.
my mind, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's having to deal with the truth, and yeah, it's mind blowing
Yeah,
watching him do it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. He's beating up his own guy. Yeah,
Yeah, he really is. He
yeah,
doesn't know it though.
yeah. You know,
Yeah.
yep. Give another rib. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Bamba a round of applause. No lies detected. You see what we do in here, ladies and gentlemen? We tell the truth and we shame the devil. All right, let's bring up our next guest. Attacking, brother, attacking. Welcome. No lies detected.
Well. First off, Snuggles wears Donald Trump underwear, but his face on the underwear isn't facing out. He wears it inside out, so it's facing in. So
That's a nasty way to wear your underwear.
So it's education time.
Yes, you need the big screen.
I need the big screen.
I knew it. You always ask for it, all right?
Oh, son of a Holy Ghost.
What do you got?
Well, the thing is this, I'm not on my account where I can go live.
Oh, what does that mean? You are...
No, I'm on a different, I'm on my other account. Shoot. Yeah, I'm on number 4. The thing is this, I can just read it. Snuggles. Hold on, let me get the correct verb.
Well, that's what you call getting in the box.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, if you can hear me. Basically, being held liable means being held accountable for one's actions.
Right.
So Snuggles, E. Jean Carroll, he was held liable for his actions. Okay? Sure. And also, he's being held liable for his actions in regards to the court case that he lost yesterday.
Right.
His actions. Saying that your apartment is 30,000 square feet when it's only 10,000. One of his properties, he inflated 2,300%. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's a big lie. So, and by the way, Snuggles, Zeus says that you're banned from my page. No, you're not. So why would I go to your broadcast when I've offered you to come to mine to debate me? Why are you so chicken to come to my debate, my broadcast? So why don't you come to me? But the thing is this, Snuggles, unlike Zeus, he doesn't ask you for documents to be shown. I will. So you have documents that you say that you've seen? I'd like you to bring them to my broadcast and show them to me and the people in my broadcast. My people won't assault you and get your account bananaed like you did with Zeus.
Yeah, what a shame. Why did you do that, Snuggles? You and your friends.
So,
all right, Snuggles didn't do it. I know he didn't do that. It's not his style. But yes.
No, but it's his people, and he's not holding them accountable.
Well, there's one of his friends that I would love to see their report list. All right, I want to see their report list because they always say they don't report, but I want to see their report list. And you know who you are.
See, there he goes. You see his comment right there in caps? Are you still making up for a micro penis? OJ System was found not guilty criminally. See, look at that. So Zeus, he has to go to the black man who committed assault in a unaliving manner towards a woman, a white woman. So Snuggles, why are you going racist on that comment? And why do you have to do it in caps?
What did he say?
It says O.J. Simpson was found not guilty criminally, so he didn't commit the crime.
Ladies and gentlemen, throw the tomatoes at Snuggles. All right, throw the tomatoes at him, and let's give him some booze and shame.
Bring somebody else up, Zeus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Brother Attacking a round. Give Snuggles his daily dose of booze and shame. Listen, Snuggles, you're getting a lot of attention, but you're getting attention for the wrong reasons. And yes, Snuggles is not he's not a racist, but he says some things that make it appear as though he is. I don't think he meant anything harmful by bringing up OJ, to be quite honest. I know what he was trying to do, but Snuggles, cut it out. Good morning, Brother Swervin.
Good morning, Zeus. Zeus, I gotta tell you, Swerve is loose with the truth. Because I woke up this morning only to see Donald Trump, see that clown going down while he drowned. Drowning, legal debt. Did you know his lawyers got sanctioned? That's how dumb they are. His own lawyers got sanctioned again. Something like $1,700 on 70 sanctions. You do the math. I guarantee you Donald Trump ain't going to give them. I guarantee you that.
Does he even have it to give?
Oh, these people will give it to him. While he steps off his $1 million aircraft, he's going to be sitting there going, give me your money. And they're going to be like, yeah, I got to give him some money. But damn, the price of eggs is getting high. It just amazes me. It's not that the price of eggs is getting high. It's your priorities are skewed. Donald Trump should not be your priority. I can tell you that right now. And to sit there and say that he is. 91 felony charges. Zeus, they stripped his business license away from him in the state of New York faster than a stripper in a nightclub on $1 beer night. You hear what I'm saying? Him nor his sons can do business in New York until all of this gets cleared up.
But he's such a great businessman, Swerve.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. Let's run the country like I run my business. Let's do that. You know, just a few bankruptcies. Never paid anybody. He didn't pay us with them little tax cuts.
Wow.
Our tax
you would have
cuts
thought he would have stopped after going bankrupt those number of times. Was it 6 times? You would have thought he would have said, okay, it's clear I don't know how to run a business. But he took it one step further.
But Zeus did those bankruptcies. He did that simply so he wouldn't have to pay the people who built some of these places or the people that worked in some of these places. So once again, he sat there and bilked people out of money. And now he's going up to Michigan today to tell them how he going to just juice everyone again. By the way, you can send $10 to my legal fund. I mean, come on.
Not going to work.
And what the heck is Snuggles talking about? Look at that documentary Nancy Pelosi's daughter did. It looks suspect. When you got
Get
Nancy,
on, Swerving.
huh?
Get him on that. You know,
I watched the documentary. It's called Pelosi in the House, right? And at the end is when the Capitol, the whole thing at the Capitol started on January 6th. All her daughter is doing there is filming it. That's all she's doing. And then you find Nancy Pelosi huddled down in a bunker with Mitch McConnell. I believe Dick Durbin was there and Chuck Schumer on the phone with somebody trying to get some help. That looks suspect to you? Because Donald Trump, for 187 minutes, the commander-in-chief failed miserably. He completely forgot his oath. He completely forgot his commitment. Why? Because they weren't there to hurt him, so he didn't care. For 187 minutes, and then come out with a sorry video talking about we love you. Love who? You don't love nobody. Get out of here. We already
exactly.
Don't sit here and talk to me about love when you ain't got none of it in your heart. I mean, that's just pathetic.
None.
And all these people ended up going to jail for them because they was stupid and streamed their crimes on Facebook. And here we are on TikTok Live. I'm in Nancy Pelosi's office, and I'm going to put my feet up on her desk. I don't see nothing wrong with this.
Yeah. The FBI, they're going to want to talk to you about that.
Yeah. And then people get their sentences, and they're like, please don't take my 40s away. Your 40s is gone, champ. Your 40s is gone. Completely gone. And they deserve everything they get because as far as I'm concerned, they wasn't nothing but a bunch of domestic terrorist traitors. to this point.
Swerve, before you get up out of here, I got one question.
Yes, sir.
They're complaining about the migrants at the border, right? This
Mhm.
is what they're talking about. Have you ever seen or heard of migrants trying to overthrow the United States government in your life?
Nope. Nope. But it's an invasion, right? And
Yeah.
these are the dog whistles they like to throw around to try to put fear into somebody and say, if you vote for me, guess what we're gonna fix? Okay?
What's the heck?
We're gonna fix the immigration problem. Yet everybody keeps kicking it down the road. You have the
Yeah.
courts that say, no, we can't do nothing for DACA, so we're gonna go ahead and just nix this program. So then they have to try again, making it take longer. It's ridiculous, man. I remember when a buddy of mine got his citizenship about 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. He got his citizenship, and he threw one of the biggest parties I'd ever seen in my life because it took him about 11 years to get it.
Hey,
But the same
I
test
love
that
it.
he took, I guarantee you, some of these maggots couldn't pass that test. I guarantee
They
you that.
can't. Thank
But
you.
I ain't
Thank
never.
you.
Let me just reiterate: I've never seen a horde come across the border. Because I remember if we go back in time around 2018, just before the Democrats took the House,
Right? Oh, we
they
took it?
they were
Yes, I
sitting there.
love that you
They
said
were
it.
sitting there. Oh, look at this horde of migrants, and if you vote for Democrats, they're gonna just let them all in here, right? Then the Democrats took the House. You didn't hear no more about it.
Nope.
Didn't hear no. It all of a sudden went away. And between 2018 and 2019, if I recall correctly, we had the highest deportation rate ever in the history of this country under Donald Trump. So, or migrant contacts or something like that. You would have to look it up.
Right.
Fact check me on that one.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, they.
Yeah.
I would rather deal with 50 million of them knocking on my front door than one maggot 10 miles away from me. That's how.
Amen,
That's
brother.
how I feel about traitors who betrayed the country that we fought for.
Yep, I completely agree. And if you're offended by that, get up out of this
That's
live.
right. That's
All
right.
right.
So, Zeus, I'm gonna get back to managing the affairs of the Fortress of Solid Truth. You get back to the affairs of the kingdom, my friend. Always a pleasure speaking with you. And to my friends and family down in the chat, thank you all for the well wishes on my health. And you all have a great day. Be safe and have fun while you're doing it.
All right. All
Thanks,
right, ladies
Zeus.
and gentlemen, let's give it to Brother Swervin. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen. I'm so sorry, but we gotta wrap up this wonderful show because Zeus has other affairs to tend to in the kingdom. All right, it's supposed to be an hour and a half, but we always go over because we're having so much fun. But there's a couple of points that I want to make sure we address and we keep front and center. All right, I am one of those people who firmly believe that those 500,000 migrants trying to get into the United States to seek a better life are less of a threat than one Trump supporter, especially those who engaged in the terrorist attack, the domestic terrorist attack against the United States Capitol on behalf of Donald J. Trump. So listen up, MAGA. The jig is up. Your leader is going broke. And we've never seen anybody go broke like this in our lifetime. All right. Businesses are being shut down on one side. We're talking civil. He's paying money because he lied. He built his empire on fraud. He's paying money because he SA'd E. Jean Carroll. He's paying money because he paid hush money to Stormy Daniels and committed fraud in the process. All right. He has been indicted 2 times. All right. He lied to the American people about the dangers of the pandemic. All right. And on his way out, he summoned a mob to attack the United States Capitol on January 6th. This guy's no good. All right. He's no good. And his supporters, they're no good either. And you would have thought he would have stopped there. But no, Trump did not stop there. He then proceeded to continue to spread baseless lies about the election being stolen. All right. And while doing that, somehow managed to steal government documents. He took these government documents down to Mar-a-Lago and probably in Bedminster and was showing America's classified information, top secret documents. He was sharing them with people who were not authorized to see them. And in one instance, Molly Michael stated he was using classified documents as scratch paper. This gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, Donald John Trump, recently has been found to have engaged in overinflating the value of his assets in the state of New York, which he currently will not be allowed to do business in. All right. On top of these crimes, ladies and gentlemen, he's being prosecuted in Washington, D.C. with Jack Smith. He has a RICO case out in Atlanta. All right. We got mugshots and we got 4 indictments, 91 felony charges. I have terrible news for you Trump supporters. Donald Trump will never, ever be president again. The only thing Donald Trump will be is a prisoner, all right? Donald Trump is on his way to prison, all right? And I'm going to tell you folks this. If you don't get your mind right, MAGA, you're going to be in jail. And if you don't get your soul right, you're going to be in hell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Have a great rest of your morning. I am out of here. And I really am the most handsome. No lies detected. Have a great rest of your morning.
This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. So be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You're thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you look like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm higher than the eagle, and I bet on me too. Took a long time to get here, and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool.
I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you.
I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. Mix all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds. When you're playing with the gods and you're playing with the dead. Yeah, grab your boots. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Playing hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to like my fuse. Catching on mistakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. I'm in the sky like you look like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the road.
You like that? No jail, he's going to prison, yeah. You're right, Mrs.
You play around with love, then you guarantee to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even
don't be in the pool.
People telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof.
Hey.
I'm let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Playing hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Try to be patient, but you had to like my views. Catching all the snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stand when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, like you look like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Yeah, you know about me. I like to get wild when I do. I'm the god of the sky, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll break it down to
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Let's go, Reggie! Let's go!
He's deranged. He's deranged. Catch them. He's deranged. Catch them. He's deranged.
You heard about
Catch them. He's deranged.
I see.
Catch them.
I see.
He's deranged.
Murphy.
Catch them. He's deranged.
Yeah, ladies.
Smith. He's deranged. Zeus. Jack Smith. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
All right.
Jack Smith.
All right, ladies
He's
and
a
gentlemen,
Trump
have a great
hater.
rest of
His
your
wife's a
morning.
Trump hater. His family is a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. He's a harasser. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Every time the radical Democrats
Hey,
indict me,
I consider it a great.
badge of courage.
Oh, yeah! Get him, Jack!
He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump
Get
hater.
him!